morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever and wherever you. Welcome back to the Beta Plan, playing Vampire the Masquerade Redemption, and we are. Well, you're also greeted by the ghastly tree here. Hey, thank you. Who notifies me of this Scroll of Awaken, which we might want to use, and because we are about to face Vukodlak. Well, would you mind? I am talking to my watchers. Thank you very much. So, I have gone back and, well, as you can see, I've changed it around a little bit. We have more and more items. But what we have, for instance, is a lot of plasma bags. But yeah, I sold everything else off and, whoa. I think it's about time we face Vukodlak. But if Vampire the Masquerade Redemption is anything like Bloodlines, and if any dungeon is the same like the other ones, I assume that, well,
let loose thy wrath.
We're going to see 2 times a battle with this man. And yes, I know I've had some tips, but I want to play it like this. I think I am already the one-man army. I don't need any more than my trusty sword, the Icon sword. With perhaps a little bit of rocket launch backup, but that's another matter. Let's go for it.
Enter freely, Christoph. I bid you welcome to my domain. It is fitting that you should be here now, at the beginning of the new age, as you were at the end of the last era.
I shall cause thy fall now, as I did then.
Ah, but then was I not yet arisen. Your untimely intervention set me back nearly a millennium. But I am nothing if not patience. And now, I am omnipotent.
Nay, for we have denied thee Orsi's statue for thy ritual.
I'll live.
We shall stop thee.
It's over, Christoph. I have already risen, with power enough to consume even antediluvians.
No!
But I must extend my gratitude to you, Christoph. My former vessel, Nebusa, lacked a certain purity. But Aneszka, her virtue bubbles up from so rich a spring that I have been endlessly supplied with purity to defile. I would never have found her without your assistance. You sent her to me, and she has been so loyal and willing a servant to me over these long eons. I shall now embrace her, and she will rule with me over the cattle of humanity for all time.
Nay, Aneszka is not thine. She serves thee not. She sent a summons to awaken me from torpor.
Is this true, Aneszka?
Dear master, please allow me to split Christoph's joints and fleshcraft his bones into a throne for thy glory.
Monster! I'll destroy thee.
I have a better idea. Serve me.
I know thou art wicked, but I never thought thee a fool.
Serve me. You don't really have any love for the antediluvians, do you? The day of Gehenna is coming, and they intend to consume you, and Wilhelm, and Lily, and all other vampires. I will prevent that. I will give you eternity, life everlasting. We will greet the awakening grandsires with another flood, a deluge of their own blood.
One antediluvian is no better than 13. I cannot entrust such power unto any, let alone thee.
Then suppose I gave you your beloved Aneszka as well.
What?
Consider this. Even if you could destroy me, which you cannot, you would destroy her as well. Remember, she is my ghoul, and after all these centuries, she is utterly dependent on my blood. If I die, she shatters into 1,000-year-old dust. But serve me, and I'll give her to you. What say you?
Nay, I shall fight thee to stop thy mad scheme, even at the cost of my life.
Oh, that was quite the nice ice prison there. Come on, folks. We need a little bit faster kill activity over here. He's taking very little damage, I must say. We need potence.
The abyss with thee.
I am surprised, actually, that Lily is not sending out... Oh, frick, wrong power. Luckily, we managed to shake off whatever he did to us, but yeah, that was the wrong one. And why is Lily not summoning more firestorms? This would be the exact right moment for it.
Little fool. You have no hope of winning.
I have hope beyond hope.
You waste my time. I have no more patience for you. Your skin and bones will add to the walls of my cathedral of flesh.
Yep. Okay. I guess bye-bye to me. Ow! That seems to have been a little bit of a fall. A downfall, if you will.
Stand thy ground.
Jokes. I saw this. Yeah, and I don't want to be attacked by a war ghoul. And seeing our party is so close by, I'm afraid that that would be considered quite the possibility. Oh. I all of a sudden noticed why I'm not hitting so often. Yeah, that's because I cannot hit often as everything has been activated, apparently. But the Vukodlak, yes, Prison of Ice, major role player in that scene. It was already what I had selected and assumed would be quite good.
Thou may draw the precious
To just
blood
simply remove him more or less from the battle. I expected a lot more minions, to be honest. And on top of that, whoa, the amount of sexual references to Aneszka. Such willing slave, such defiled, holy heck, man. Just close your eyes and listen to that again and think of, well, some kind of a, I don't know, master-slave relation, which more or less, of course, it is, and now that I think of it, but I don't think it is meant to be that sexual innuendo, at least. I don't think it's supposed to be that way, but yeah, well, perhaps it is just my dirty mind. So, we did waste a lot of ammo fighting the guy, which I am not surprised by, and which I do not care for, because, well, that was the entire idea of having all this ammo with us. Yeah, he took a lot of beating. He was pretty powerful in that regard, but what he wasn't was resistant to Prison of Ice, and thus resistant to my major ways of dealing with him. So yeah, I know I have had some tips, but we are going to go with this way because, well, I think we just clearly demonstrated that I am the one-man army. How many enemies are we going to have around the corner? Place your bets right now.
I am the wall of memory. I contain the secret thoughts of Aneszka.
Okay, also very interesting that you have the voice of Willem.
I am damned. In the holy orders I once dreamed of the eternity of bliss that would be mine for my devotion to the Lord. Eternity is now mine, but not bliss. I shall live as long as a voivod, or as long as a voivod is pleased with me, or as long as a voivod is pleased to defile me. Heavenly bliss is not to be my lot, only empty torment. Yet still I dare to hope. Still I live.
Oh, Aneszka.
I love the animation. Also, this gives us quite a bit of background story. Is this the same story or not?
I have lived for 50 years. All I loved are dead and gone. My beloved Kristoff has perished in the fall of Visserad. His sacrifice has preserved innocence in the world, and so I rejoice. But my suffering grows with each passing night. The Voivod takes great delight in seeing me rise with fresh hope, for it means he may once again drag me down. Should I surrender all hope and break as the Busa is broken, his pleasure would be at an end. Yet I will not abandon my hope, even though such hope fills his empty heart with glee, as it fills mine with pain.
I cannot bear it.
Neither can I, that is... The way you spoke! Oh dear Lord Aneszka! You have suffered many through these years as I died, or seem to have been dead.
For more than 200 years, I have suffered every possible form of humiliation and defilement. I have fallen from the chaste and inviolate woman I once was, yet I have borne it all with hope in my heart. But now, I am sinking into the murky depths, and the last whisper of hope in me is fading like the final bubbles of breath from a drowning woman. As we grow close to the day of his resurrection, Vukodlak has found the only defilement I cannot bear. He has decreed that I inflict defilement on others by binding innocent men and women into the walls of his accursed cathedral of flesh. His power compels me, and I cannot resist a direct command. I can endure my own degradation, but I cannot abide to befoul others. I fear I shall shatter like glass.
My poor Aneszka. This is my doing. Every humiliation she suffers is on my head.
Kristoff, you can't blame yourself for the choices she made.
Oh, that is a difficult thing to say, Lily. If someone loves you, but you cannot be together, and you choose another way, are you not to blame? Should Kristoff not at first come around? After all, when he met her, it was he who ran out of her. No. This is my pain, and it is my pain with Aneszka's.
Silence.
I am sorry, Lily. You mean well, but I suffer here. I don't think your words might be true in this case. It may be true if it's just a simple choice, but this was a choice you made because I was a vampire. Because I, well, even better to say, was unobtainable. And that drove her to look for me as I became a vampire. Oh.
It is 2 centuries and a half after Vukodlak took me, and his resurrection draws nigh. He now demands that I surrender the final shreds of my honor and perform evil acts of my own volition. I cannot defy my master's command that I defile others, and when I resist him, my poor body carries out his tasks against my will, like a puppet. He's driving me mad. So I must change. Rather than resist the evil I am compelled to do, I now embrace it and perform my tasks with zeal. The master favors me, and as I embrace his evil, he gives me greater power. I have been Lebusa's equal since my arrival. Now shall I take over her duties, gladly trading the final measure of my innocence for control over the Voivod's worldly affairs. 'Tis the only way.
Oh no! She gave up! I'm so sorry, Kristoff. Kristoff, are you okay?
I mourn for her soul.
Yes, indeed I do. Moreover, I just realized I thought it were just vampires that were compelled by their sires, but apparently ghouls as well? I didn't know that. My mistake. Also, How can she be dependent upon Vukodlak's blood when he is in torpor, when he has nothing to drink? At a certain point, he runs dry. How did she ever reach him? Questions. But probably questions that destroy the story, so yeah.
I have now lived more than 300 years past my natural lifespan. I have committed atrocities beyond all imagining, but my plan has succeeded. Though Vukodlak has extraordinary power, his exile from the world makes him weak. He must act through Lebusa, who wields great power within our haven. But in just a few years I have usurped all of Lebusa's power and left her a wretched outcast in the cathedral of flesh she helped build. Long ago the voivode stripped her of her soul and gave her power in exchange. Now that I have taken away that power, she is a pitiable creature indeed. She has no place here, yet she cannot leave. I would lament her fate, but I have no tears to shed, even for myself, for Resurrection Day draws nigh.
Ugh, that gives me the creeps. This is supposed to be the purest woman in the world?
Lily, I think you should really zip it.
I'm only trying to help Kristoff get over...
Zip it!
You're right. Kristoff, I'm so sorry. You must be feeling awful. I wish I could...
My feelings be damned. Tonight, we slaughter every denizen of this foul place, or die in the attempt.
Yeah, that is actually kind of, damning your coterie if you talk like that. Also, more interesting to note, I also realized Samuel wasn't even mentioned by Vukodlak. He talked about Willem, he talked about Lily, but not Samuel.
On the eve of his resurrection, Vukodlak bade us slaughter the Premicell leaders, even as they began the ritual that would raise him from torpor. I have learned well the lessons of corruption, for I have turned my hand to the corruption of the Voivode's resurrection. In the guise of offering wise counsel to Vukodlak, I poison his heart against those who could speed his resurrection. I accuse the faithful of disloyalty. I accuse the powerful of dangerous ambition. I praise the weak and ineffectual, like the merchant toad Orsi, as obedient servants. Vukodlak's fear of losing power is far greater than his hope of gaining new power, and so he believes every doubt I whisper in his ear. And so he crushed his own resurrection.
Wow. She sacrificed her innocence to stop Vukodlak.
Aye. Silent waters have deep grounds. That they do.
Vukodlak's rage is implacable. His resurrection has failed so often that he blames all the Tzimisce of Europe. He desires to move our entire cathedral of flesh to the new world where we may begin again. This vast undertaking will involve many shipments of native soil. I am well pleased, for this foolish migration shall take at least a century and further postpone his resurrection.
Well done. Oh, Aneszka.
Alas, I fear I can no longer prevent the Voivode's awakening. Lord Vukodlak has gained great power from the fear and apprehension afoot in the world on the eve of the new millennium. These fears feed him, and despite my greatest efforts, his resurrection is now inescapable. There are none who can help me. I can only hope against hope for the return of the one man Vukodlak fears. I pray that God restores Kristoff.
And God heard your prayer, my dear. What the heck are we walking into, though? Lebusa!
Come with me quickly. I can help you.
Why should I enter thy trap, servant of the fiend?
Please, for Aneszka. She says that if you would have hope, even when your cause is lost, you should follow me.
That was a very interesting sentence. Alright.
Go. But I go with my sword at thy back.
Go now. There is little time. Destroy him and topple this vile cathedral. Now, my dark love. I give you thanks for allowing me to serve you all these years, watching over your sweetly cruel visage in torpor. My defilement is complete.
Because you are now betraying him? Lebuza, I don't know your entire game, but I guess we're going to see that in the next episode. Because something tells me that, wow, the next episode is going to be quite a doozy. I say I thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.